we need to talk about Tayler's sister, Bobbie. So just a week ago, she was asking for money on Instagram for a hotel room, and she was just flexing a few months ago about how she makes $20 an hour, how she's got money, she ain't worried about nothing. And then she posted again just a few days ago saying, open at your own risk. And she shared some very graphic pictures with this Instagram post. You can go to her Instagram and check it out. I'm not going to post it here. It's allegedly a photo of a fetus after she miscarried it, she claims, after 3 months. So she says, the past few days have been very, very hard on me. Tuesday morning at work, I was in unbearable pain. I was 3 months late on my period. And all of a sudden, I'm at work hunched over on the toilet for 2 hours, bleeding clots that are almost as big as my hand. And I explained to them that I had to leave and go home and get in the tub and try to get rid of some of the pain. I thought maybe I was just having a heavy menstrual. Instead, after I get home and I sit in the tub for a few hours, I'm back on the toilet. Needless to say, I miscarried. And the past couple of days, I've been in so much pain. I can't get my prescription they gave me to help with the bleeding after they did a D&C. Right now, I need help getting my prescription and also a few other things. I have 2 pads left and I'm literally wearing 2 and sometimes 3 at a time, and I'm out. I really need the help right now with trying to get the things I need. And I also lost my job because they said I just walked out, which was a lie. I'm trying to fight. I never have I walked out a CNA job. I'm not that stupid to do that and lose my license. Anything helps. Please, even if everyone will just send me $1, it adds up. I already know I'm going to get trash talked. I never ever knew I could get pregnant because I've never had kids before. And the one time I do, I'm having such a rough time because I keep wondering what I could have done. But it's a blood disorder that runs in my family, and it's not fair. I've been crying for days straight. My mental is not okay. And then she shares her CASHAPP, her PayPal. She asked for no hate comments, and she said I was going to keep this a secret, honestly, but she just pretty much needed the help because I've been depressed, and then on top of this and everything else, I have no support, no friends, and my family can't do much to help. Thanks in advance. Of course, you know, when something like this happens, the people want to see receipts. So Bobbie shared a screenshot of a text message she received saying, "Thank you for choosing SSM Health. Give us a review about your experience at the emergency room." But there's no dates, there's no hospital paperwork. We don't know when the emergency room visit happened. I just have a hard time believing that the place that she was working at as a CNA fired her if this really did happen. Because I feel like if you're miscarrying and you got to go to the hospital, it's an emergency, and you end up getting fired over that, and you got the proof and the hospital paperwork, I feel like that's a lawsuit right there. And so you let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I also think it's a little weird that she's only posting it on her Instagram, where most of the people who follow her on there are people who are fans of the show, because she goes by Bobbie Pretty AXX Love After Lockup, and she hasn't posted it on her Facebook, and neither has her man posted anything about this, and that's where most of her actual real life family and friends follow her at. The picture of the bloody fetus she shared is pretty big too, and I was Googling what a 3-month fetus looks like after a miscarriage, and what I was seeing on Google was a lot smaller compared to the size of what she shared. So I don't know, you know, if this did happen, my heart definitely goes out to her because I don't wish that on anybody. But it's just, I have so many questions when people make claims like that, due to people like Mandy and stuff who just made false allegations that they miscarried in the past. They kind of make me second guess and think everyone's crying wolf after that until I see more receipts. And then Bobbie ended up posting the next day after she asked for money. She's asking for more money. She said, "Can someone please help me get another night and some dog food? I'm completely out." That's another thing I question, because I do know living in hotels are extremely expensive. But at the same time, if you're living in a hotel temporarily, then why aren't you paying week to week or month to month? Why are you paying night to night? And she says, "So I'm out of dog food. Also, I need to get the prescriptions the hospital sent out for me to help my bleeding and my pain. Even if everyone can send me $1 or a couple dollars, it'll add up. Please, I gotta have some type of support. Also need to buy more pads as I'm going through 2 or 3 at a time every few minutes." And someone said, "I don't want to sound rude, but where's your boyfriend? Doesn't he want to help you?" And she said, "My boyfriend does help me. He gets paid bi-weekly too. We have lots of bills. We pay $1,150 a month on a car." And why are you spending that much on a car? It sounds like their whole check's going towards that car. At that point, that is just living beyond your means. It sounds like they need to trade that car in for a much cheaper option. Then she said the $1,150, that's just for the car. And then for the insurance, and Scott has claimed before that he pays over $400 a month in car insurance. And then she said, "I just feel so alone. I don't know where I went wrong. I do everything right. Maybe my stress and not eating right. I'm not sure. But man, I've been straight crying for days, and I got a couple prescriptions I still need to fill." And someone else said, "So where's your man? Your sister is in your life. How long was you working for CNA? Just wondering, because I don't understand how someone can afford pads or tampons or whatever. I'm sure your state and county has placed to help that's in need. Not trying to down you or anything, because I don't know, just doesn't sound right nor legit. Like Honey Boo Boo asking people for money. I hope that everything works out for you, Bobbie." And Bobbie says, "You don't know me or anything about me. I used my check for a hotel, so we had somewhere to go until we moved. I've been working at this CNA job for about 2 weeks. I started in the middle of the pay period, and I didn't get a full check. Plus, we pay the amount for car and insurance, and my man works as well, but he hasn't got paid yet. We don't get daily pay, we get paid bi-weekly." And that's another thing I don't understand. Okay, yes, if you just started a new job, it takes sometimes 3 weeks instead of 2 to get your first check. But even before she started this new job, her and Scott were constantly saying, "Oh, we're struggling because we get paid bi-weekly." But if you're getting paid bi-weekly, you're not getting paid any less. You're just getting paid less. But once you get a few paychecks, you should be able to start managing your money to where it doesn't run out. And it's just like hard for me, because she was just flexing months ago about how she makes so much money, yet she's constantly talking about how, hey, I need money for this, that. I'm sorry, but if your man cannot come up with some money to help you get some pads and dog food, then I think you need to get you a new man. And someone was like, "Well, you can always call and pay for her room through the hotel if you don't feel comfortable giving her money." And Bobbie was like, "Yeah, you guys can call the hotel. You can pay over the phone. I'm in recovery, and they always think that I can't get clean." And someone else was like, "What prescriptions? Your insurance doesn't cover them? If you were pregnant, you had Medicaid, and that covers everything." And then Bobbie says, "I wasn't on Medicaid. I honestly didn't even know I was pregnant." If she doesn't have Medicaid, then hopefully she takes this as a lesson that she needs to get Medicaid, because it is 2024. We cannot be out here walking around with no insurance. That is just dangerous, especially for someone like her who works in healthcare, who can get sick from their patients so easily. But that is it for this video, guys. People were also asking her for more receipts and to see the test that she was actually pregnant or what happened from the hospital, like the hospital paperwork. She hasn't responded to any of those comments. I also want to make a quick retraction. So my last video, speaking on Bobbie and her boyfriend, Bobbie was popping off on her Facebook status, and I was assuming that she was popping off on Scott's baby mama because she just filed for child support. She even went for back pay. And I figured that's why Bobbie was upset. But she actually DM'd me and claimed that Bobbie was not attacking her. She was actually attacking another ex of Scott. So I just want to clear that up. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.